Keeping in mind the importance of system audit, ICAI introduced MS Access so that the students can easily understand how the data within a software is stored, retrieved or managed. Here is a small, easy to understand Access project specially designed for CS students. Let us first understand that every software has front end and back end. In the front end, we have forms and reports. Forms are used to insert the data into the database, whereas reports are used to retrieve the data from the database. Forms are also used to insert, delete, update. Okay. So mostly in Google Forms or Google account, we create a Google account, we can edit the details in it, we can delete the Google account. So we are performing all these operations using forms. Whenever we view our inbox, it is somehow getting the data from the database. So that comes under report. DBMS is a special software that manages all the data inside the database, which is at the back end, completely hidden from the user. There are many DBMS softwares available in the market. Access is one of the DBMS software. Some of the examples of DBMS softwares are Oracle DBMS, MySQL, Access, and there are many other DBMS softwares. Now, why ICAI selected MS Access is because it is very easy to understand. We can create both front end and back end using Access. Though it is commercial, it is available in almost all the systems. It comes along with our MS Office package. Let us understand now the DBMS software. There is something called hierarchy in DBMS. Whatever we type, like an alphabet, number or a special character, even the space is called as a character in DBMS. Group of related characters is called as a field. Something like NAME, name, AGEH, etc. Group of related fields is called as a record. If you observe, on the right side you can see a form wherein you have some fields like company, first name, last name, email, phone, etc. All these are the fields of the same company. So we can say all these fields are related fields, or this particular form is a record. Every form that we fill in our regular life is a record. Similarly, group of related records is called as a file. Generally, we place all the similar records in a file. Group of related files is called as a database. In a manual system, we know how to manage our files. So when we automate our business process, we need to place all this information into the computer. Now we'll see how the data in a software is managed. We know how the files are managed in a manual system. In a computer system or in a software, every file is in the form of a table. Now in this particular example, every column indicates a field. Employee ID, name, gender, date of birth, etc. are the fields. Whereas rows indicate records. Record is set of related fields. There are 6 records in this file. This table is a file. Database is set of related files. So in a computer system, there should be so many tables in our database. Set of tables is a database now. In a manual system, we can see and pick up a record from a file. But in computer system, we need to type the ID or the key to get the information. So every table in a database should have a key field that can identify a record. A key field cannot be empty or duplicated. In simple sentence, if the key is available, we can retrieve any of the record values. So in DBMS, every table should have a key field. Now, just compare these two tables, department table and employee table. Here, can we find out the employee with ID 4 is working in which department? The answer is no, because there is no link between these two tables. And we know that if we have the key, we can retrieve any of the record values, right? So, we will include the key field of the department table into the employee table so that we can find out the department details of any employee. Now we can identify that the employee with ID 4 is working in finance department, and also it's his phone number, the department's phone number and the area. This is how we can link or relate two or more tables. So we say a database is set of related files. The department ID is the primary key of the department table, but not of the employee table. And also in the employee table, these values are duplicated. Here in the employee table, department ID is a key of another table. So here we call it as a foreign key. Using foreign key, we can relate two or more tables. A database is set of related files or related tables. Just to have an idea, I created this picture. In real time, there can be tens or hundreds of tables. Here, one record of the department table is related to more than one record of the employee table. We call this one as one-to-many relationship. There are, in theory, 4 record relationships: one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, many-to-many. But many-to-many is a combination of one-to-many and many-to-one. So in practical or in Access, there are only 3 record relationships. One-to-one record relationship is when one record of the parent table is related to only one record of the child table. We call it as one-to-one. The same way, when one record of the parent table is related to more than one record of the child table, it is one to many. The same way, when many records of the parent table are related to only one record of the child table, we call it as many to one. Examples of one to one. One student can get only one report card. So if there are two tables, students table and report card table, the relationship is only one to one. Another example, one citizen can have only one PAN number. Now example of one to many. In one department, there can be many employees. One student can enroll in many courses. Example for many to one. This is, while reporting, generally management would like to access the data from many departments. I repeat, when the management would like to access the data from many departments, they take the primary keys from every department and put it at one place. This is how management can access all the information about every department. Mostly when it comes to reporting, we will be using many to one relationship. Let's create the same database in Access application. Once you open your Access, you can select the blank database here. We need to give some name for our database. I gave it here Office DB database. By default, it gets stored in Documents folder. Click on Create. Table 1 is a default table created by Access. Because here I want to create my own table, I will right click on this tab and close it. Now if you observe, there are 5 tabs: File, Home, Create, External Data and Database Tools. In the Create tab, mostly we have options to create front end or back end. In External Data tab, we can import or export the data. There are some tools available like Relationship, Documenter and some other useful tools available in Database Tools tab. Now I want to create a table. So we'll go to Create tab, click on Table Design. We have to first create our parent table, that is our department table. So I'll be giving first the department ID. Select the data type. There are many data types available in any database. Okay, so here I am taking auto number. That is because I want the system to automatically give the numbering, serial numbering. And this is the primary key. If we right click on this field, we'll get an option primary key. You can simply click on it. Or even in the design tab, you have an option primary key. Click on that button. I created 2 more fields. If you observe, phone number is of type text. Please do not select it as number because we don't use the phone number for any calculations. Whatever phone number we type in the form, it should be simply displayed on the monitor. So it will be of type text. and every field will have some properties. By default, in text data type will accept 255 characters. Instead of wasting the storage, we will fix the field length to only 10 here. I created another field, department area, which is of type text, and the field size I gave it as 15. Save the table, name it as departments, click OK. An object gets created in the navigation pane. You can observe that departments is an object that got created. We can close it now. I want to create another table, employees. So again I'll go to create tab, go to table design, create these fields as we did earlier, the same way. And here for gender field I want a drop down list. So I am selecting here lookup wizard. It will open a wizard. Now there are two options here. I want the lookup field to get the values from another table. So I want male and female, these two options. There is no other table which has these values, so I will select the second option. I will type in the values that I want. Click next. Type the values, male, female. Click on next. You can click on finish here. Same way you can create area, basic. When it comes to DA, I am selecting the data type calculated because I want I want it to be 10% of basic. I wrote a formula here in the expression builder. After writing the formula, click OK. Similarly, create HRA as 40% of basic. Now we are creating the foreign key, department ID. Whenever we register an employee, we have to select that employee and put him in some department. So for department ID, I want a drop down list of the departments that are there in the departments table. So I am selecting lookup wizard. Now here I will select the first option. I want the lookup field to get the values from another table. Because I want a drop down list of the departments that are there in the departments table, I am selecting the first option. Click next. Select the departments table, click next. You can select two fields here, department ID and name. Click next. No need of applying any sorting, so I'll simply click on next. Do not forget to uncheck hide key column option. Then click on next. Select the department ID field and click next. Here you need to select this enable data integrity option. Otherwise, when we are selecting the employee, you will get a drop down list for employee ID field, foreign key. You will be getting a drop down list. Say there are two departments, so you can insert one or the second department, 1 or 2. But if you type 3, it will accept. 4, it will accept. That should not happen. So if you want to restrict the values that are there in our department table, we need to enable data integrity. It ensures that the right data is getting processed. This is a very good feature of DBMS. DBMS ensures data integrity. Here, do not forget to enable this checkbox. Now click on Finish. The table must be saved before relationships can be created. Click Yes. Give the name Employees. Click OK. The table got created. We can now close this table design. Now if we go to Relationship tab, Database Tools tab and click on Relationships button, you can see that there are two tables in our database and there is a relationship. The primary key in the departments table is related to the foreign key of the employees table, and the relation here is one to many. If we double click on that line, or if you right click on that line, you will get an option Edit Relationship. Either you double click or right click, you will get an option Edit Relationship. Here you can see that department ID of the department table is related to the department ID of the employee table. This is only for you to check it. Click OK. If you want to manually give the relationship, you can right click on that line, click on Delete. The relationship gets deleted. Now you can simply drag the primary key of the department's table till the department ID, the foreign key of the employees table. Once you drag and drop, you will get the same dialog box wherein you can simply select Enforce Referential Integrity. Enable that option. Just click on Create. Again you will get that relationship. Okay. Once the database is perfectly created, we created two tables and gave the proper relationship. If the database is perfect, only then we need to create our front end. In the front end, let us first create forms. So we need to go to Create tab, click on Form Design. Generally on any form, if you observe, there are so many controls on it, like text box, button, label, check boxes, radio buttons, and so many other controls are there. We can select one control at a time from the controls group and insert it in our form, but that is time consuming. Here Access made our work very easy, so we can simply go to Add Existing Fields button. You will get an option Show All Tables. Click on it. You can see the tables and the related fields in it. You need to double click on every field. If you double click, all the fields will appear here. Okay. Now we need a button here, Register button. So I'll click on the button from the controls group, click on it and then click wherever you want that button to be placed. I clicked at the bottom. Then you will get a dialog box or a wizard. Now because we are not the programmers, Access gave us an easy method of selecting the action. On the left side are different categories, on the right side are the related actions. So I am selecting record. Under record operations category, add new record. Once I fill this form and click on this button, I want one record to get inserted in the employee table. So this is the action I want. I am selecting the correct action. I'll click on next. I am giving the text register to appear on the button. Click next. Just click finish here. If you want, you can apply bold to the button. Okay, now in the design tab we can insert, you also have some other options to insert whatever you want. I want to insert a title for this particular form. Click on the title button and you can simply type employee registration form. The same way, click on date and time button and select the format of the date and time that you want to display on the form. Click OK. Okay. After you insert all the things that you want in the form design, you can right click on that form, tab, and select form view. Now here you can see the date and time form, title, the complete form. Now you can save your form. See, one more object is getting created. Now we'll try to use this form, or we'll create another form. To create, add a new department form, I am using a form wizard. Instead of performing the same steps one after the other, the same steps will be done using form wizard. This will make our work easy. So if you click on form wizard, here the system will ask you, from which table do you want to select the fields? So here I selected departments table, and from the departments table I am selecting all the fields. I am clicking on the double arrow so that I'll get all the fields. Now I'll click on next. I am selecting columnar format. Click next. Click finish. So using wizard we can instantly create any form. It will not take much time. But here there is no button here. So we need to go to design view to insert any new control. We'll go to design view, click on the button and click it on the form. You will get a wizard. Selecting the same action, under record operations category, add new record is the action. Click next. Type the text that you want to display it on the button. I gave here add new department. Click next. Click finish. Save the, okay, this is, go to form view. This is how your form looks like. So what I am doing is I am filling this form. After I fill this form, I will click on add new department. After I click on add new department, one record should get inserted in the departments table. I'll go and check it. Yes, it got inserted. I will insert one more department, the second department. I'll once again check it. Even the second department got inserted. So this way we can insert as many departments as we want from the front end. I am closing them all. Open the employee registration form. Keep on adding as many employees as possible. So I registered one employee. In the employees table, it got inserted. You can insert the second employee, register the second employee, it will get inserted. The same way I inserted few employees. Altogether in my system there are 7 registered employees. Okay, so in our database we have 2 tables and these 2 tables also have some data in it. I'll simply click on close. Now forms are ready. We understood that through the forms we can insert the data into the database. As well we can edit the data, we can delete, but these 2 options we are not checking it for now. We will now try to retrieve the data from the database onto our report. Let us create a report using report design. Go to create tab, click on report design. This is the screen you will see. If you observe, there are 3 sections on it: page header, detail area, page footer. A report can have 10 pages or more than 10 pages. So on the first page I want the title of that report. So I want to insert a title. I'll click on this title button, add a title, department wise employee salary details. I want this report. So the moment you insert a title, you will observe that 2 more sections got inserted: report header, report footer. In any report, there are 5 sections: report header, report footer, page header, page footer, details area. In the report header, you will have the title of your report. If there are 10 pages, you want the field names or the column names to appear on the top of every page. That we can include in page header. In the details area, you will get the details of that particular report. In the page footer will come the page number. In the report footer, you will get some summary report, something like grand totals, something like that. Okay. This is a very common question in your exam. How many sections are there in report? There are 5 sections: report header, report footer, page header, page footer, details. Now I'll click on, say I want the data onto the report. So data is available in our database. I want to get the data from that database. So here I'll click on add existing fields. System will display all the existing fields in our database. If you observe here, first I selected the field department name. I want department wise employee salary particulars. Only those fields that I want, I selected them. You just have to double click all the fields that you want. It will get displayed here. There is no gross salary field available in our database. So we can create some space for the gross salary. From the controls tab, we need to click on text box. Click on the text box, insert it below HRA. Now you can name the label as gross, and wherever it is unbound, you can write the formula equal to basic plus DA plus HRA. Okay. Once inserting this text box, please select all the text boxes together. Now generally every report will show the details in the form of a table. So we need to arrange all this information in the form of a table. Go to Arrange tab. After you select all the text boxes, go to Arrange tab, select Tabular. Now the labels will go in the page header and the text boxes will be there in the details area. You need to arrange them properly. Now if you observe, there is very less space between the details and the page footer. Now if we see the report, right click on the report tab, click on report view. Whatever is there in the header area will not repeat. Something like D name, employee name are there in the page header section. They will not repeat, whereas whatever is there in the details area will get repeated. See, every record you can see one below the other. Now if you observe here again, these records are not sorted. So we'll go to the design view. Okay, let us first save this report as department wise employee salary details. See, one more object is getting created that you can see in the navigation pane. I am going to design view. There is an option group and sort in the design tab. If you click on group and sort, you will get two options at the bottom. Click on add a sort. Select D name. We need to sort our records based on the department. Once sorted, we will see the report view. Now if you observe here, all the accounts records are together. All the finance department records are together. Sorting is done. Now, instead of repeating this accounts department many times, I want it to appear only once. So we'll try to modify this report a bit. We'll go to design view. There is one more option, add a group. Click on add a group. We need to group all the records of a particular department together. So once you click on add a group, it is asking us to select the field. So here again we'll select department name. The moment you select department name, you will get an option department name header. One more section gets created. So if you want even the department name footer option, then you have to click on more button here, and there is an option with a footer section. We need to select with a footer section. So we got department name header section and the department name footer section on our design view. Okay. Now the department name in the details area, we will take it out from this place, put it in the header section. In the header section, we need to select the header section and then right click or simply apply Ctrl V. Okay. So generally in the details area, it gets repeated. So I want it to appear only once. So I kept it in header part, header section. We'll see our report view. Okay, so we got now department wise employee salary particulars. We'll go to design view. We'll add a text box in the department name footer. This formula, if you observe, will give us this subtotal of the gross salary. Department wise subtotals we can easily see now. If you take the same text box, paste it in report footer. So if you paste it in the group footer, it will add up all the records in that particular group. And if you place that sum of any field in the report footer, it will add up all the details in that particular report. So that gives you the grand total. We'll see our report view. To make it clear, I gave the colors. We can even format it better. Simply apply Ctrl R on the gross field. This is how the data can be retrieved from the database and can be formatted on this report. If you observe, many reports will be in the same format. Thank you.